quick plug just before we start the show. Please consider supporting the show on patreon.com. This is a progressive show that goes against the corporate narrative. We do a lot of videos on Syria, and 90% of the time they get demonetized. So if you'd like to see more content like that, please consider supporting the show. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. The president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad, he gave a very long interview. They talked about everything. They talked about al-Baghdadi. They talked about Turkey, everything. But there's one piece that stuck out. And NBC actually uploaded this. And we're going to talk about this now. Okay? So let's see what he had to say.
أما بالنسبة لترامب قد تسألني سؤال وأعطيك جواب قد يبدو غريبا. أقول لك هو أفضل رئيس أمريكي. لماذا؟ ليس لأن سياساته جيدة ولكنه لأنه الرئيس الأكثر شفافية. كل الرؤساء الأمريكيين يرتكبون كل الموبقات السياسية وكل الجرائم ويأخذون جائزة نوبل ويظهرون بمظهر المدافع عن حقوق الإنسان وعن القيم الأمريكية الراقية والفريدة والقيم الغربية بشكل عام، ولكنهم عبارة عن مجموعة من المجرمين الذين يمثلون ويعبرون عن مصالح اللوبيات الأمريكية وهي الشركات الكبرى السلاح والنفط وغيرها. طبعا بيتحدث بكل شفافية، يقول نحن نريد النفط. هذه حقيقة السياسة الأمريكية على الأقل ما بعد الحرب العالمية الثانية. نحن نريد أن نتخلص من فلان، نحن نريد أن نقدم خدمة مقابل المال. هذه هي حقيقة السياسة الأمريكية. ماذا نريد أفضل من خصم شفاف؟ فلذلك لا، الفرق هو شكلي، الحقيقة واحدة.
Look, man, if you removed the context of who said that and you just laid out that quote by itself, I mean, he's not wrong, as y'all are pointing out in the comments. He's not wrong. And actually, it's very funny to see the reaction of the mainstream media and even left-wing Twitter. Yes, especially left-wing Twitter, because they are really a special breed of moron. Jesus Christ. I mean, you had people commenting stuff like, oh, I bet Donald Trump can't wait to hear this endorsement. Now, okay. Let's be very clear on one thing. If you don't speak Arabic, I'm going to tell you as a Syrian, as a native speaker, that he was not being flattering whatsoever to Donald Trump. He was rebuking him and he was insulting the West and America. Okay? So there was no flattery here whatsoever. Okay? And I don't think you even need to speak Arabic to know that. The subtitles are pretty obvious. So I don't even understand how this got lost in translation. No, it's very clear. He's rebuking them. That's it. Stop reading into it. That's it. And you had people saying that, oh, Donald Trump, as usual, he gets along with all the dictators. I mean, look, man, even if that were true, even if you want to buy into the whole Russiagate conspiracy and you want to say that Donald Trump is friends with Putin, allegedly, and Donald Trump is friends with Kim Jong-un, and so that means automatically, of course, that he's friends with Bashar al-Assad. What? I mean, only a moron of the highest order could ever say something like that about a Syrian president and the United States. This proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have minus fucking 100% knowledge of international relations and history and politics. Minus 100%. Not even zero, minus 100%. You are a fucking moron. Truly. In every sense of the word. There is no flattery going on here whatsoever. He is not friends with Bashar al-Assad, nor the Syrian government, or any fucking government official in Syria. I can assure you. He bombed Syria. How the fuck is he friends with someone that he bombed? In what planet do you live on that people become friends where they bomb each other? He is occupying Syrian oil right now. How the fuck are they friends?
We've secured the oil, and therefore a small number of U.S. troops will remain in the area where they have the oil. And we're going to be protecting it, and we'll be deciding what we're going to do with it in the future.
This doesn't even have to be Assad and Trump. Just country A, country B. Country A is bombing country B and occupying its oil. How the fuck are these countries friends? In what planet does that make sense? This is a sickness of the left that, oh, we have to attack Trump at any cost possible. Even when it defies all logic, we have to attack Trump. This is so stupid. Seriously, you have so many fucking things that you could attack Trump with. Being friends with Bashar al-Assad is not one of them. That is a fairy tale fantasy. Literally, he said foe. What more do you want? He just said that at least Trump is honest about his imperialist goals. I mean, he literally said, I don't like Trump or any of his policies. What more do you want? Like, this is ridiculous. This is the sickness of the left. And it is those kinds of people who also don't want to vote progressive, right? And who still think that Donald Trump is a Russian asset and, we're in the Cold War and this is like some intricate spy novel that was co-authored by Putin and yeah, he's the puppet master. Yeah, okay, sure. You're fucking nuts. You, Rachel Maddow, all of you, you're fucking nuts. You really are. You really are. You make Donald Trump look sane. This is not a defense of Trump nor Assad. It's just a critical, logical debunking of this kind of bullshit argument. That it makes no sense, it holds no basis in reality whatsoever. What he's saying here, let me break this down very clearly, is that he's pointing out the hypocrisy, he's pointing out the double standard that exists in the West, okay? Where you have lots of politicians who say one thing and then they do another. But he's making a point that at least Trump is open with his imperialism. And we've made this point on the show before, and lots of people have as well, okay? That Donald Trump is not even hiding that, yeah, we're in Syria for the oil. We just want the oil. Yeah, that's a fact. We have it on video. Donald Trump is saying word for word. We have the oil. We're going to decide what we do with it. Whereas if you look at the Iraq war, okay, they made up a whole story about weapons of mass destruction that don't fucking exist. And they made up a story about Saddam Hussein supporting al-Qaeda, even though those are two incompatible, completely different people and groups and ideologies. Yeah, a secular Ba'athist is with al-Qaeda. Sure, okay. These are people who have no fucking clue what they're talking about when it comes to the Middle East or politics or international relations and should go the fuck away. This is what he's talking about, is that the U.S. isn't even bothering. Well, I mean, they still do to an extent, but they're not even bothering now, at least under Trump, to hide their corruption, to hide their malfeasance, to hide their scheming. They're just saying, yeah, we have control of the oil and we're keeping it. This is not an endorsement of Trump. It is a critical attack on Western hypocrisy and especially under U.S. administrations. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And sorry, but where is the lie when he said that the U.S. government is controlled by lobbies? This is exactly what Bernie Sanders is saying. You could have taken that quote, copied and pasted it, and attributed it to Bernie Sanders, and people would have thought it comes from Bernie Sanders. Yes, lobbies control the United States government. All of them. Big Pharma. Okay, the private health insurance industry. Prison lobbies. All of them control the government. Where's the lie? And these lobbyists dictate foreign policy. That's how far their reach goes into the government.
سياسية ضاغطة شوي. رح نبدأ بالسياسة. سيادة الرئيس، الولايات المتحدة أعلنت قبل أيام عن مقتل زعيم تنظيم داعش الإرهابي أبو بكر البغدادي، وشكرت كل من روسيا، سوريا، العراق، الأتراك والأكراد للمساعدة في عملية قتل البغدادي. شكر ترامب سوريا سيادة الرئيس ولم نسمع تعليق من دمشق. ما تعليقكم على شكر ترامب لسوريا؟ هل ساهمت فعلا سوريا في هذه العملية؟
على الإطلاق لم نسمع بهذا الموضوع سوى من الإعلام. ربما يكون الهدف من وضع عدد من الدول والجهات المساهمة في هذه العملية لإعطائها مصداقية، وبالتالي هذه الدول ستشعر بأنها ليست محرجة، ولكن لديها رغبة أن تكون جزء من عملية عظيمة كما حاولوا تصويرها، وبالتالي سيعطى لها يعني نوع من الرصيد لنقل بمكافحة الإرهاب. لسنا بحاجة لهذا الرصيد، نحن من يكافح الإرهاب. لم يكن لنا أي علاقة، لا يوجد أي تواصل بيننا وبين أي مؤسسة من المؤسسات الأمريكية، والأهم من كل ذلك لا نعرف إذا كانت العملية حقا حصلت أم لا. يعني لا يوجد طائرات على الرادارات. لماذا لم تعرض جثة البغدادي كما يقول بقايا؟ هذا نفس سيناريو ابن لادن. بالمقابل إذا كانوا سيستخدمون حجج مختلفة لعدم إظهارها، سنعود عملية القبض على الرئيس صدام حسين عندما عرضوها من الألف إلى الياء ووضعوا صورا وفيديوهات له بعد عملية القبض، وعندما قاموا بقتل أبنائه بعد عدة أشهر عرضوا الجثث كما هي. لماذا قاموا بإخفاء كل شيء عن عملية ابن لادن واليوم عن عملية أبو بكر البغدادي. هذا جزء من الخدع الأمريكية. علينا ألا نصدق كل ما يقولونه إلا إذا أتى بالدليل. السياسي الأمريكي متهم حتى يثبت العكس وليس بريء حتى يثبت العكس.
That is a brilliant quote right there at the end where he says American politicians are guilty until proven innocent, not the other way around. Yes. I agree with that 100%. Actually, all politicians, to be honest, not just American ones, but especially American ones. I think that's very curious. He said that the Syrians, didn't detect any aircraft on their radar that night. Listen, man, I'll be honest with you. I really, really don't think that Bashar al-Assad has nothing better to do than to come and discredit them for killing Baghdadi. I don't think he gives a fuck. So I think if he's saying that they didn't see anything on the radar, he's speaking the truth. Now, that doesn't mean the operation didn't take place. Maybe they could have done it on the ground. Who the fuck knows, right? Just because the government tells you about a military operation doesn't mean they're telling you the truth. It could also be misinformation. But he made a great point. Where is the evidence? This is the same shit that they played with Osama bin Laden. You really think that the Americans, they care so much about poor bin Laden and Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi that they would accord him a true Muslim burial? Yes, the Americans. What a load of bullshit. I don't give a fuck about that. They gave him a burial at sea in accordance with Islamic ritual. Go away. They don't give a shit, man. When they captured Saddam Hussein, that stuff was plastered all over every single major news outlet on the face of this planet. I remember the morning they captured Saddam Hussein. They plastered that video of the tunnel, of him in the tunnel, everywhere. And that video where the doctor was checking him with the flashlight and putting the stick in his mouth, everywhere. Every person on this planet saw that video. And then when they killed him too, they put up the video of his execution when they hanged him. And then what happened with Gaddafi in Libya? Al-Qaddafi, as we say in Arabic. What happened with him? Y'all seen that video? And now you're telling me that they won't show you the body of bin Laden or Baghdadi? Come on, man. Now look, I don't know. I kind of believe that they killed him. They really did or they didn't. I'm not saying either one, but I'm leaning towards yes, they killed him. I still wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be a bunch of bogus. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. I'm going to show you the next part now. Okay, and pay attention. Pay attention because this is big.
سيادة الرئيس عمليا إن كان فعلا قتل البغدادي هل يعني هذا نهاية تنظيمه أم أنه هناك كالعادة قادة جدد تنظيمات جديدة يجري إعدادها عندما تحترق أوراق من سبقها؟
أولا البغدادي يمثل داعش وداعش تمثل فكر هو الفكر الوهابي المتطرف وهذا الفكر عمره الآن أكثر من قرنين من الزمن طالما أن هذا الفكر لم ينتهي ولم يتراجع فهذا يعني بأنه لن يكون هناك تأثير لموت البغدادي أو حتى لموت داعش كلها يعني على هذا الفكر المتطرف. هذا بالنسبة للفكر. أما بالنسبة للبغدادي كشخص فالمعروف أنه كان بالسجون الأمريكية في العراق وهم أخرجوه لكي يلعب هذا الدور فهو مجرد شخص يبدل ويستبدل بأي لحظة وبأي وقت. هل يا ترى هو فعلا قتل؟ هل يا ترى قتل ولكن بطريقة مختلفة طريقة عادية جدا أو أنه اختطف أو أنه أخفي أو أنه استبدل بعملية تجميل؟ الله أعلم. يعني بالنسبة للسياسة الأمريكية لا تختلف عن هوليوود تعتمد على الخيال. خيال ليس علمي مجرد خيال. تستطيع أن تذهبي بالسياسة الأمريكية وترينها الآن في هوليوود وتستطيع أن تأتي بهوليوود إلى السياسة الأمريكية. أعتقد بأن كل ما يتعلق بهذا الموضوع هو خدعة. سيعاد إنتاج البغدادي باسم آخر وبشخص آخر وربما يعاد إنتاج داعش كلها حسب الحاجة تحت عنوان آخر ولكن يبقى الفكر نفسه والاستخدام نفسه والمدير هو نفسه الأمريكي.
I mean, this motherfucker is spitting straight facts right here. I mean, we've seen this over and over. Yesterday, it was Al-Qaeda and bin Laden, okay? The next day, who's the big baddie? Saddam Hussein. Then it's Gaddafi. Then it's al-Baghdadi. It's always the same boogeyman, even when they're not even playing on the same team. It's just a figurehead. And he's saying, even if you eliminate ISIS, they're just going to reproduce the same thing with a different name. They're just going to rebrand it. But who's behind the scenes? The director of the movie? It's always America. I mean, if you look at who was funding the Mujahideen in the Cold War, yes, it was the CIA. And what did this lead to? Bin Laden. And if you look at who's been funding ISIS, y'all heard of Operation Timber Sycamore, taking all the weapons that they found in Libya in all these warehouses and shipping them over to Syria and giving them to the rebels, the moderate rebels, which then all of a sudden turn out to be hardcore Islamic jihadists. You know, Jabhat al-Nusra, ISIS. And who gave them those weapons? America. Wahhabism, which is being exported by Saudi Arabia and funded and facilitated, aided and abetted by America. And that's the core issue of the problem here. It has nothing to do with Assad, by the way. I mean, you don't even need Syria in this equation. This problem is that you have Saudi Arabia and Qatar. They're funding this right-wing, theocratic, hardcore Islamic jihadism, and it's rooted in Wahhabism. They're the ones who are funding this, and it doesn't matter what the name of the organization is. They will always find a new one. I mean, I can't even keep up. I cannot even keep up with the number of groups in Syria. You need a PhD to learn them by heart. It's ridiculous. Who could keep up with them, man? And then you got to keep up also who is funding them and if they're still on the side they claim they're on. Because one day they're rebels and the next day they've sworn allegiance or they've struck an accord with one of the jihadi groups. It's like, again, you don't even need Syria or al-Assad to be in this equation to come to the same conclusion that you have this ideology being exported from Saudi Arabia, this Wahhabist ideology, and it's being funded and aided by America. And not just America, by the way. The UK also has its hands very, very deep in the cookie jar with this one. Of course. Of course. So there you go.